We began our tour of the park at 105th Street at one of the hidden gems of Central Park, the Conservatory Garden. Passing through the Vanderbilt Gate, which was originally the entrance to the Vanderbilt Mansion at 5th Avenue, is a 6-acre garden filled with plant life including heirloom roses, English yew, barberry, Korean holly, and many indigenous flowers. The garden is divided into 3 distinct sections: the North or French Garden, the Central or Italian Garden, and the South or English Garden. It is a quiet, tranquil place as it is in the less crowded north end of the park. Designed by landscape architects Frederick Law Olmsted and Calvert Vaux in 1853, Central Park is New York City's iconic 843-acre park, which stretches from 59th Street in Columbus Circle to 110th Street. We then traverse up the hills and head to the North Woods to take a stroll and view some of the waterfalls in Central Park. There are 5 waterfalls in Central Park that are all man-made, but add to the tranquility Central Park offers the city. The North Meadow is the largest of Central Park's open meadows and spans from 97th to 102nd Street. It has 12 fields for baseball, softball, and soccer in the spring and summer, and soccer and touch football in the fall. It's one of 3 areas in Central Park with sports fields, the others being the Great Lawn and Heckscher Ball Fields. The Jackie Onassis Central Park Reservoir is located between 86th and 96th Streets at the center of the park. The 106-acre body of water is 40 feet deep and holds over 1 billion gallons of water. It once served as a critical part of the city's fresh water system until it was disconnected after a new water tunnel was opened in 1991. Now, most New Yorkers use it to run the 1.58-mile track that surrounds it. Officially, there are 6 different museums that are considered part of the Museum Mile. They include El Museo de Barrio, Museum of the City of New York, the Jewish Museum, Cooper Hewitt National Design Museum, Solomon R. Guggenheim Museum, and the Metropolitan Museum of Art. There are so many fantastic museums in New York, and you should plan a day dedicated exclusively to visiting a few of your favorites. Central Park has 21 playgrounds that are unique in design and character. Most of them were built in the 1930s as a part of the system of playgrounds located along the park's perimeter. There are 31 arches and bridges in the park, plus 14 bridges that carry park traffic over the 4 transverse roads, allowing city traffic to cross the park. This does not include many of the rustic wood bridges found in the park's woodlands. Model sailboating takes place in Central Park at the Conservatory Water. Here there are statues of Alice in Wonderland and Hans Christian Andersen, 2 of the most popular pieces of sculpture in the park. Many visitors to the park rent rowboats at the boathouse to row in the lake, but also to row under one of the most famous bridges in the world, the Bow Bridge. The Bow Bridge is one of the most photographed and filmed locations in Central Park. Stretching more than 60 feet over the lake from Cherry Hill to the Ramble, it is the second oldest cast iron bridge in the world and offers breathtaking views of the park around it. Completed in 1862, the Bow Bridge was built of cast iron instead of stone, which was used for almost all of the other archways in the park. The Bethesda Fountain rises above Bethesda Terrace, looking over the thousands of visitors that come every day to enjoy a view of the lake and relax in what is known as the heart of Central Park. The sculpture that tops it, the Angel of Waters, was designed by Emma Stebbins in 1873 and is one of the most recognizable icons in the park. The Ramble was designed to feel like the Adirondacks in northern New York to allow visitors an escape from the bustle of the city. Between the fragrance and muffled sounds, sometimes you can completely forget you're anywhere in New York City while walking through the Ramble. Sitting atop Vista Rock, the second highest natural elevation in the park is Belvedere Castle. The castle provides panoramic views of the city in almost every direction. Designed in 1865 by Calvert Vaux and Jacob Ray Mould, the castle was designed to provide an overlook to the scenic splendors around it. The views include Delacorte Theatre, home to the very popular Shakespeare in the Park, and the iconic 55-acre Great Lawn, a place where New Yorkers can sit and relax, and the site of many popular rock concerts including Simon and Garfunkel in Central Park. You should plan to spend an entire day in Central Park as there is so much to do and see. We spent the entire day in the park and still did not visit the Carousel, Woolman Rink, and the Central Park Zoo. Central Park is the backyard oasis to millions of New Yorkers, and it is the most important element of New York City. It offers a green space with more than 18,000 trees that help provide fresh air to the city, and it offers urban dwellers an experience of the countryside, a place to escape the stresses of urban life and commune with nature. Could you imagine what Manhattan would look like without Central Park?